The Levitical or Aaronic priesthood was replaced or superseded by Jesus Christ, the great eternal high priest. While Old Testament priests functioned as mediators, Christ is now the only mediator, priest, between men and God. The Aaronic priesthood actually ended at Christ's crucifixion when the veil of the temple was rent in twain from top to bottom. Marvan Cowan, Mormon Claims Answered, Chapter 6. Some people like Marvin Cowan claim the Aaronic priesthood ended at the Christ's death. There is no reason to believe this to be correct. First, Exodus chapter 40, verse 15 and Numbers chapter 25, verse 13 refers to the Aaronic priesthood as an everlasting priesthood. If the Aaronic priesthood ceased, that would imply that it was not everlasting priesthood but a temporary priesthood. Second, Isaiah chapter 66, verses 21 and 22 along with Malachi chapter 3, verses 3 and 4 imply the Aaronic priests will be around in the last days performing some tasks. What the scriptures do teach is that the Aaronic priesthood was changed with the atonement of Christ. It says it was changed, not done away. Hebrews chapter 7, verse 12 says, "For the priesthood being changed, there is made of necessity a change also of the law." The Greek word used for changed is metathesis, and means transfer, from one place to another. To change. Of things instituted or established. If the writer of Hebrews meant that the Aaronic priesthood was abolished or done away, he would have used a different word that means that. This word does not contain that meaning. One could argue that the Aaronic priesthood was being transferred from the Jews to the Christians. Christ fulfilled the law of Moses and there was no further purpose for the rites the Jews were doing. The new custodian of the Aaronic priesthood was the first-century Christian church with new duties given to it. For Latter-day Saints, the Aaronic priesthood is viewed as a preparatory priesthood to the greater, Melchizedek priesthood. The two major responsibilities include the ability to perform baptism just as John the Baptist held this authority and baptized. The other function is to prepare and pass the sacrament. The sacrament is an ordinance that symbolizes and represents the atonement of Jesus Christ. This is the great sacrifice that all animal sacrifices in the Old Testament foreshadowed. There is a connection between the Aaronic priesthood today with the sacrament and the duties of it from Old Testament times. In Old Testament, it looked forward to the atonement. In modern days, it looks backwards to the atonement. Regardless of whether one accepts the Latter-day Saint view of the Aaronic priesthood, the fact remains that there is nothing in the Bible that says it ended with the death of Christ. This new, changed edition of the Aaronic priesthood must have only been practiced by the New Testament church as the Jews were still practicing the old edition. Latter-day Saints recognize this reality and at least we stake a claim at what this new edition was. The critics have nothing to counter of how it was changed. Their best argument is that it ended, which it clearly did not. Thank you for your time.